Right after Christmas, crews began working on a new art installation on campus right down the street. Many students took notice, including our own Laura Duclos, who decided to get the scoop on the new sculpture. Laura?
That's right, Courtney. Just outside of the southwest entrance to the architecture building, you'll find one of the most unusual looking metal structures on campus. But what is it?
I don't know. I think it's a bull.
I think it's a table.
It looks like a cannon.
I think it's a cow.
Since the beginning of the semester, Texas Tech students have been wondering what exactly the new art installation on campus is. Finished in 1974 by the late Texas Tech professor Robert Bruno, the untitled sculpture was first placed in front of the Museum of Texas Tech and was then moved to a cotton field where it sat for the past 35 years. The reason why is unclear. However, Bruno's sculpture has made its way back to Tech's campus. Professor of Architecture Michael Martin played a big role in getting the sculpture back to campus.
So I just went into a bit of a thinking mode about, wow, what are the possibilities here? What could be good, you know? So I thought of the Robert Bruno sculpture that he had done, and I woke up one morning with that in mind, and I came immediately here and called one of my colleagues. I said, do you know if that sculpture is still out there on the highway behind a barn? The last time I was out there, I looked for it and I didn't see it. And it'd been a long time, and I just was worried that maybe it wasn't there or something had happened to it. I just really hadn't given it a lot of thought. And so I hopped in my car and drove out there, and it was still there. And I said, oh, we got to get this for the front of the building.
Once Martin found out that the sculpture was still in the field, he began the plans to get the art piece back to campus. The sculpture was only the first of several similar works by Bruno. The most famous of these, located only a few miles outside of Lubbock city limits.
Ransom Canyon is the home of the late Robert Bruno, who created the sculpture along with two other houses, with one of them being unfinished.
It was about the process, it wasn't about the product. So Robert wasn't concerned about it being finished as we would think of a house being finished. I don't think that entered his mind. I think probably it was a case of he loved working on it.
Yeah.
And he devoted himself to doing it.
Okay. Both the house in Ransom Canyon and the sculpture outside of the architecture building have captured people's interest for years. But the question still remains, what is it? In Martin's opinion, wondering what it is may be missing the point.
It really comes back to the root question, what inspired Robert to do it? I don't know, but I appreciate what he did. I hope it will inspire others to do whatever it is they want to do. It's an example of you can do it.
So after all that, did you ever find out what the sculpture was actually supposed to be?
You know what? No, I didn't. According to Bruno, it was supposed to be an animal, but he never really named anything specific.
So what do you think it is?
You know, from the third floor of the Media and Communications building, it kind of looks like a bull, but no one's ever going to know. What about you?
I think it looked like a bull with legs.
That's true.